Good morning to you peoples. We are on the last day of our Dublin adventure today, and we are starting it by walking up to the Leprechaun Museum, which is just along down that away, because Maddie wants to feel little on big chairs.
There's big things, apparently, where you look tiny in them.
Yep.
I like the idea of things which are really tiny, make you feel really giant, or things which are really big.
And that's just what you're after today. So
yes.
That's why we're heading to Leprechaun Museum. Along the way, we have come across Wolf Tone Square, where they're talking about something about Tonehenge, which is a giant monument of something. There's nothing here, but there's just a lot of gravestones. So I'm going to show you, because of cemetery seeking, they're all the way along the wall here.
Moved there.
And along the edge there, and all the way along there too. So I'll just take a browse along the side, as this is a stop to our day. A lot of them are just pieces of gravestone. And up on the side here tells you who was buried here, and that the graveyard was in use from the 1700s, so quite an old one. You can see they're all. So that's a little intro here. We'll now go just down the road and start on our wee little journey as leprechaun people, tiny people. So as you can see behind us, Leprechaun Museum is dawning. Are you ready to be tiny, Maddie?
I'm ready to show you.
There's also apparently tales of Irish folklore, and you can go down a rainbow into a pot of gold. All this and more we shall find out. There, can you see that? Just across there. And it is the National Leprechaun Museum. Let's go now.
Let's go.
It's backwards there. Go right in, look over there. It's the right way. It says. Ready for Leprechaun. Alright, Matty, what would you say was your review of the Leprechaun Museum?
It was
Be
fun.
honest.
It was novel.
I would say novel. But even so, there was like little kids that went in and they weren't interested at all. So I don't quite know what age range it's focused at, to be honest. Do you?
No. It's
not
supposed
old,
to be
young.
for old. They said some of the stories are darker, so they do have younger ones in, but...
And I respect the fact they said no filming, so you can come and find out yourself, can't you? I think that maybe they have another tour when children are present. They must do, because
I think stories get a bit more interesting.
They must do. There's a little gift shop at the end and all that kind of stuff, but besides that, I don't know, man. It's alright.
It's alright.
It's alright. It's okay. But anyway, we must press on.
Onwards.
We have other things to do today, so we'll go on to Natural History Museum was one of them.
Yes.
And we're going to go and visit the writer.
Oscar Wilde.
Oscar Wilde, yes. We're going to go visit Oscar Wilde's house and his reclining pose, which he looks very much like Jonathan Ross, I think. So we'll go and find him now and carry on our tale today. So, because the Leprechaun Museum was dire, we're now going to head on towards the museum. I did film a little review afterwards, whether or not I'll put it in. I don't think I'll bother, to be honest. But we're going to go through nature on this beautiful day to the Dead Museum that awaits us on the other side, which I have read reviews of that, and that's pretty awesome. There's a taxidermy polar bear there that's still got the bullet wound in its head from when it was shot during times when they didn't use actual dead animals. They would go and kill them themselves for museums. So let's go through this beautiful park. It's a wonderful morning of our last day on Dublin. Here we go. And on our way to the Natural History Museum, just over there, we are now going to Merrion Square. So, who lives in Merrion Square but famous writer, which you will know once we get just round this corner. We will see him chilling and looking like Jonathan Ross, as I keep saying. He does look very much like Jonathan Ross, I think. He's very smarmy, chilling out on his rock. Here he is, reclining in all his glory, Mr. Oscar Wilde. How's it going, man? Here we go. Oscar Wilde. And I am going to climb up there with him. We reach our destination. Natural History Museum. Here we go. See what is inside. Okay, so I wanted to find this little guy. Not very little, actually, but he's special because of the bullet wound in his head, as you could see. This giant polar bear in this bear cabinet, which next to a grizzly bear, looks pretty small, was shot down in Alaska once. And now it resides here in this glorious museum. Alright, that was a little tour of that amazing dead zoo, as it is nicknamed, and rightly so as well. It hasn't changed much for probably 200 years, I think it was. A lot of years. An amazing collection of taxidermy, some great examples of how taxidermy should be done. Stunning, absolutely stunning. Going in my top exhibition.
Today, I think.
Definitely, yeah. And it smelled amazing, all varnishy and wooden planked. So we're going to go on now. Is that the end of today, or is it?
I guess we're pretty much done then.
Guess. I mean, it's going to be the end of things, and the last thing we're going to do in Dublin, I think.
We roll out.
Yeah, we're getting the flight in a bit. I'll get a little bit of a goodbye message once we leave Dublin, I think, because it has been very kind to us. We've seen many wonderful sights, haven't we? It's been amazing. Thanks, man. Okay, it's been the best birthday ever. See you soon, bye bye.